Hello there, and welcome to episode 34 of the Savage Lands Season 2. And what can I say? It's been not the best season, or not the best episode, the last time. We have lost many of our war heroes, and the fortress is still standing. Which fortress, you might ask yourself? Well, that nasty fortress of evil down in the south. It's basically the last resort of the Flecked curses, but we just lost way too many of our fighters here. So instead of going further into war against these guys, I started another war with another goblin faction. So we're now out to cleanse out these pits until only the very few fortresses remain. At least that's been my plan. Speaking about plans, we're now out to quench the fires down in Hell, aka my adamantine mine to be. And, well, I discovered that putting a pond over these is actually... Oh, that's the wrong zone. We're not water zone. Putting a pond zone over these burning gemstones that seem to burn since I don't know how long. Well, it actually quenches the fire and, it does get the job done. And finally no more smoke and all these things, but yeah, well. We have to wait until that's done. Apart from that, I have finally managed to get myself a hold of the area above this pillar. So we can now finally also, well, do some strategic mining here to get some intel on our neighborhood here. It's still pretty much a work in progress, but, well, let's see. Mostly, I'm curious to see whether or not my fighters will return victorious. That's going to be one of the most important questions for me. Well then, we have picked up quite a nice amount of wood now, since we had a good deal with the mountain home. We bought wood and coal, and therefore our stockpiles are actually more than full. Full enough for me that I decided that we're now ready to smelt all that hematite ore that we got. And let's see, the steel jobs aren't done yet, and I'm just going to refresh them. You know, and I bet we ain't got enough dolomite again. No, it's actually not the case. It's just nobody busy currently there, but that's okay. I don't even want to know how many tasks this fortress has to manage at once, so I'm actually quite okay with that. So let's collect some sand here for future projects. You know, those glass blocks, they have really paid off. And at the same time, I really feel like digging for more gemstone or something like that. Let's see. I recently decided to go a little bit deeper on this level here. Probably we will find something nice around there somewhere. That would be really good because, all in all, I recently figured that we do have a bit of an issue with low-grade gemstones for artifact making or just for the sake of trading. We don't really have any of these anymore. Ah, cool. Look at that. The fires have been quenched. This trick is really good. Or, well, it's not so much of a trick, it's just the work. Just the use of a work zone, but good thing that I came up with that idea. What's now left to do is I need to fill the holes now with proper floorboards, because otherwise I'll be just forgetting about these, and that's not necessarily a good thing. Okay, but we did it. Alright, let's keep going. I want to have some glass flooring down over here. So let's check it out. This area here. Ugh, well, gotta wait until these mining jobs are done. Okay, so why is that taking so long? Ah, because one of our dwarves is again not departing common business. So let's see, where is the last dude? Ushrir. I bet Ushrir is just sleepy or something like that. So let's see. He's off to raise the fortress. He noticed that I was looking after him, and so he went over there extra fast. Good boy. Okay, so things are working out quite nicely, aren't they? Let's see how this will go. So I'll actually need all of these. Oh, look, we only have one green glass block left. Great. So that's a shame. So we're going to rip out a few of these so we can reuse them. And in all honesty, I really need to craft more of these. They're just so multifunctional here. So it's quite depressing how useless all these are here. Basically, we can also rip out that one and just dig a staircase and see how that'll go. Oh, damn. This is really no good place for a descent. We need to go deeper than that. So we can check out that thing and we can check out that thing. So here we can slap down another piece of flooring. Yeah, it's a very, very slow work in progress, admittedly, but it's still so much worth it. All right, squad's coming back. Looks like nobody got injured or killed. Nice. Just like I had expected. And considering everything, we're now going to order a new set of steel gear, you know? Let's just order some steel gauntlets, steel leggings, the usual things, steel high boots, steel mail shirts. Just amp up the amount of gear that we have available here. So when something gets destroyed or misplaced, we're not so much in trouble. So first off, look at that, so much war. Ah, well. So how did that go? That was an old one. So we destroyed Devil Twisted. Alright, so yes, indeed. They left nothing left over of this place. That's really great. And we acquired 15 fresh beak dogs. Amazing. I like it already. This is pretty good, actually. 15 beak dogs are quite a wealth. So we're just going to assign them now to the next, to this pasture here. I have now decided that this, well, tell you what, we're going to expand. You know, on our roof here is where a lot of my battles are being fought. And we're going to bring up even more beak dogs there. Beak dogs everywhere. I mean, if we keep capturing them from the goblins, we might as well put them to good use. I like the fact that we got here this beak dog defense. They will take good care of the woodcutters, of everybody who's in need. I really like that. Really like that. Probably the best loot out of our entire conquest so far. So here we go. If they don't have that little green arrow, they're not on any pasture yet. Okay, so let's see. Did anybody pick up his gear? So here now, that was interesting. So when they were gone, the interface actually refreshed properly, you know? As a matter of fact, there's we don't have enough gear. That's why things are not working out. So I just realized I want steel greaves and not leggings. But whatever. Okay, so they ain't got no gear because there is no gear around. That's a big difference, you know? So because I don't like that, we're going to continue and craft ourselves some steel battle axes as well. I cannot allow our forces to be unarmed, and Well, it's hard for me to believe that we're out of shields even. But that's what they say. So here we go. Probably the people with the shields here. Huh, that's interesting. They had wrong assignments. So the longer I look at this, the more I get the feeling as if the problem was that... Oh, siege is arriving. That the problem was that the items were actually available, but they were trying to pick up items that were lost during the siege. So they tried to pick up an item which wasn't even available on this map. If that makes any sense. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Because that actually makes a terrible lot of sense. Anyways, so... Oh, I have a hole in my fortress here. Let me fix that. And we got to take care of the vile force of darkness. So yeah, I think we're going to go for the typical setup. Let's see if they are more vile than usual, though. Well, so far it doesn't look like they are. I'm setting my military up front here because there's a lot of civilians out there. They are putting the beak dogs on the new pasture, which is something I totally approve, but at the same time they are also in harm's reach. Speaking about harm's reach, there's a ton of dudes in my military currently really badly equipped, so I'm really curious to find out how that plays out. But all in all, yeah, they're already almost dead. Yeah, the siege is already broken, so that was a pretty close, short fun here. I didn't really expect anything else. The goblin attacks are mostly a nuisance, and not so much a terribly dangerous thing. So, aw, poor thing's injured. So, her guts are fractured. I don't even want to know more. So another wild force of darkness arrives. So you gotta know that's what happens when you piss off enough goblins. They are coming from two sides. I bet what happened here was that we had an attack from the cursed flex, or what are they called? Deflect curses and the horror of drinking. I really find that that name so amusing. You know. The horror of drinking. This sounds as if I don't know. It sounds more like a proper name for a goblin civilization, a dwarven civilization to me, you know. But little do I know. Alright. So let's double check on that siege. It's again all just archers, but one of our dwarves is actually quite heavily injured. So we have a effing lot of snatchers here. Alright, and the gobs have been struck down, but yeah. So here, this looks like there's somebody heavily injured. But it's just some cuts, bruises, and broken bones. Nothing truly deadly, so looks like we went victorious one more time. Some beak dogs died during that combat, and I somehow feel as if I'm wasting my beak dogs this way. But whatever, you know. I really don't mind. This way they are at least put to some use. Alright, so far so good, my friends. The amount of drink in the fortress is still plummeting, even after I have assigned a new field. Well, I'm somewhat not surprised about that, but at the same time, this is something we gotta take seriously, so I order my herbalist to pick up new items here as soon as we can. there's, well, not that much to be plucked here. Well, it's also pretty far away until the next harvest of things, so our best bet would be to send our herbalists downstairs and gather us some plump helmets here. Why are they all dead? Here. So this is always one sort of a last resort method, but we really got to act on that before it acts on us. I hope that the next farm that I set up will bring me enough drink for the rest of the fortress, but for now it's hard to say, and you know, packing up something from the cavern is always a good way of getting yourself through shortages. I probably should have taken care of that issue a while ago, because currently we have a second planter in training, and that's probably turning into a bit of a problem, because before, all of our crops have been tended by one legendary planter, and now the work is shared with one expert and the legendary planter. In short, I guess that our average yield from the farms is now lowered, because, you know, legendary farmers, they're better at planting stuff, and if you're good at planting stuff, you have high yields. So, that being said, I think all that stuff that we are harvesting down here will be put to good use, and let's see if our drink count will rise from that on its own. So, I probably want another herbalist here. So, let's assign another one here. Because it's just like engraving. You don't want to have these jobs done too slowly. What is wrong with this guy? Why is this, here. He's resting. Alright. I think he turned invisible on the traction bench somehow. Okay. Well. Whatever. I really don't mind. I mean, we got enough orderlies, don't we? Yep. So things should be okay sooner or later. She's just in the hospital currently. Being transparent there and all. I don't know. So we have here the foundation artworks in the year 106, so we're here almost 9 years now. We're going to start and write our year 9 pretty soon now. That's pretty amazing. Okay, let's see how things turned out here. Water? Oh boy, that's good. That's a piece of good news. Finally good news. So we can continue here in hell a little bit. Alright. The worst part about this entire enterprise is that we have to struggle so hard for every step we take ahead. But admittedly, it's been my own mistake there. I could have done a lot more if I wouldn't have let the whole thing here troll me so hard. Nope, not clear glass blocks. We want green glass blocks. So within that moment, we're going to make more of these glass blocks here, because, you know, we need them. At the same time, I am going to keep my herbalists on heavy duty. I mean, it's winter. It's not like I do expect them to find terribly much here on the surface level. If I see correctly, there's almost no jobs getting locked in. So, not a big surprise. It's the wrong year of the wrong time of the year for that. But at the same time, the jobs here haven't been all done yet. So, all right, we should be fine ultimately. Sadly, all the critters we have here on the pasture won't help us at all in terms of getting our drink problem under control. But at the very moment, I just realized that we just have a terribly high amount of not really necessary animals here in our pasture. So let's make some miasma, boys. All right. Shin Mistum has too many animals. This is really, really not good. So first my Baron, and now a High Priest. So currently, only the high profile people in Shin Mistum are creating artifacts. Is that an omen? Is that Armok smiling on this fortress? Nobody really knows. I only do know that the sieges that we had to endure sadly led to lots of hospitalized dwarves here. And, oh well, I don't like that. So, let's check out if we can fill out the blanks here. So, there's still a lack of pants here in the military. So, yeah, it's a good thing that I started a new batch of gear. So our defeat at what's the place called again? At Nightmare Sears is still lingering, you know. Ah, well. Bothersome. Really, really bothersome. Alright, so let's see. Gabbro blocks, some bones, some cloth, and some low value gemstones. Nothing special here, indeed. Alright. So, a couple of green glass blocks have been made. So, let's see. We can now finally delve into this area here. Yep. Can't wait to see what's behind these walls here. Alright, but we're making fine progress here. Let's check back into the hospital. There's almost nobody left here in the hospital. So only the militia captain Godan is still lying there. So we're not going to send the daggers of watching then. We're going to send, though, the rest of my military, the Inky Howls and the Walled Kingdoms, to the next attack. It's about time that we show those greenskins that we're far from being done. Only because we've taken down one of their tribes doesn't mean that we're done with taking out the trash now. Alrighty. So, do I already have windows here? I don't think so. I gotta make some windows in between. So, let's see. Window. Green glass window. I wonder how to make a gem window. Just saw these. Must be made at a jeweler's workshop. Alright. Let's check this out. It sounds amazing, you know? And an ashen weapon rack. So, okay. That's actually more useful than I thought it'd be. Nice. Ugh, drink stockpiles are still unnerving to me. Why is one wrestler fighting against a Grundle here? I bet this is one of my military guys going for his mission. Yeah. He's taken down some Grundles on his way out. What are my herbalists actually doing? Yeah, they're busy. Okay. Good. Alright, I don't mind my dude taking out some monsters while he's going. It's actually pretty good. Let's see if there's something for the pits here already. There's one Grundle. One Ohm. Earthworm. Alright. But beyond that, our traps haven't been used too much. That's pretty good, actually. So, the assaults are running. That's also good. Yeah, let's see what has happened in Hell. Just like I thought, we were able to take out that thing. So, there's solid floor everywhere there. Here's a pocket, though. So, it's hard to tell what that is. Seems like something is lying on the floor there. So, we are going to go and get us one fortification going here. If that's a demon inside, I want to know before I open up that thing, you know? I've lost good fighters before, and there's no need to waste more lives here. Okay, so these are not necessary anymore either. So there's a constant repurposing of these items here. So here's a bit of magma, and there's water, and here's a pocket. Alright, let's get started with the pocket, shall we? Oh, this is always so exciting when I'm finally making progress. I mean, admittedly, I didn't really pull it off that well, but all in all, you know, it's a work in progress. Constantly learning. So, is this entire production just running along one still? Good God. Well, that does explain a lot. Alright, we're going to put up some extra stills here. Probably this is going to put some of these problems down as well. Let's see. Are my herbalists done now? It seems as if they are, yeah. Okay, it's midwinter. It's not really good looking here, I'll say. So, well, I'm really that close to calling out a harvesting zone. Or foraging zone, however you want to call it. So we can pick up the fallen fruits here. Here, pears. There's pears everywhere. You know what? Let's do this. We really got to do something, you know? Situation is actually way more dangerous than I'd like it to be. So, here we go. But I do see the plant stockpiles filing up. So I'm actually quite chill in that regard. So let's see. Let's do these things as the last few things for this episode, and then we'll see what'll happen in between. So 2 fortifications for us. So wait a sec. Wait, dude. This is not the spot. Because currently, if I see that correctly, we're actually opening up a magma pocket there. That's not what I had in mind. Oh, good thing that I double and triple checked. So here, yeah, we just opened up a fireball. Pretty harmless fireball trap if you defuse them like that. Pretty deadly if you don't. Alright. So... why is that job down there blinking? That's confusing the hell out of me. There's a pickaxe blinking below the... why? Anyways, so that's that for today, my good friends. I hope you enjoyed the ride. I certainly did. It's been a pretty good episode. In terms of progression, we got ourselves further. Let's see. Last thing to check. Bridal Seduce. Well, we didn't destroy Bridal Seduce yet, but we're going to continue there next time. Alright, my good friends. So, drop me your comments down below. I'm eager to hear from you. And as usual, there's always a thumbs up that would be very, very welcome here. And last but not least, a subscription is a wonderful way to help out this channel. You know the drill. And of course, feel free to just hit the bell thing if you want to stay notified about new stuff that I do. It's always my pleasure to have you guys on board. And if you are new to this series, there is a playlist link to all the all the remaining episodes of the Savage Lands. So that being said, I hope you had a good time. I hope you're coming back again as soon as possible. Until then, enjoy yourselves, have a good one, and see you there. Oh, look at that! We this time we have locked it in there. Good thing. See you there. Bye bye.